Here's a quote for you. If Steph Curry beats LeBron in this series and, dare I say, wins his 5th NBA championship, we might have to remove LeBron James off of Mount Rushmore and put Steph Curry on it. That's right. I said it. Who said that?
Stephen A.
Stephen A. Smith.
Look, Stephen A. is the gold standard of what you want to become.
What?
Yeah,
The gold standard of, what are you talking about?
the gold standard of making money in this industry.
Okay.
That's what I mean by that.
Yeah, okay.
And being relevant. I mean, the guy walks into any building like he owns the joint.
He knows exactly what,
He knows
what he's
exactly
saying.
what he's
Look,
doing.
we're talking about it on the show.
The fact that he thinks that LeBron James, arguably the greatest basketball player of all time, would be removed from the Mount Rushmore if Steph Curry wins his 5th NBA title. Well, let me tell you this. If you had LeBron James on that Golden State Warriors team with Kevin Durant, they'd win 6, 7, maybe 8 titles.
Right.
It's just look, like,
so you're not with him here?
no, like I said on Hoop Talks earlier this week. I said if Steph wins the title this year and wins Finals MVP, you can make the argument that he'll be a top 5 player of all time, right? He's already he proved last year that he's in the top 10. He could be top 5. But Albert, you know basketball. You've watched basketball, right? There's 2 people above the rest when you think about the game of basketball: Michael Jordan, LeBron James. Michael Jordan was the ultimate competitor, ultimate winner, 6 finals, 6 semifinals MVPs, never a game 7. LeBron James, we have never seen a physical specimen like LeBron James. We've never seen a player be he's nearly a perfect basketball player.
Of course. And we've never seen a player win the NBA championship with Matthew Dellavedova.
That's true too.
No, sorry.
We've never seen a guy win 2 games in the NBA
right.
Finals with Matthew Dellavedova as your second best player. And Matthew Dellavedova is getting IV put in his body in between games. But look, there's levels to this. Steph, all-time great player, but Steph cannot be in that conversation because he doesn't dominate the game defensively like MJ did and like LeBron did. LeBron at one point in his career could guard all 5 positions. Steph's the greatest shooter of all time. One of the best ball handlers, can finish at the rim with his size and his height.
He's still not even in the top 20 of top scorers.
Yeah,
point getters.
He's not.
I mean, he's 35. If he plays until 38, I'm sure he can crack into there. He's not that far
Again,
off.
though, but I think with that is he was injured a lot early in his career.
Right.
He, came in much later, right? LeBron started off at 18, right? And I think when you look at LeBron, he's not even a pure scorer, and he's all-time leading point getter in the NBA.
Yeah, my
right?
thing too. When it comes to like the GOAT debate, which I don't really like
So
having.
you don't believe that Mount Rushmore should be in sports, then, do you?
Jay Williams, it's a whole nother thing. So we won't say Mount Rushmore. We'll say 4 top players. When it comes to the GOAT debate, I think it can't just be titles and championships, because if you're doing that, then you got to throw a guy like Robert Horry in there. He's not a GOAT. He's won a lot of championships. Very good player. A player that's dominant for the majority of their career. You obviously got to have some championships. And you just got to be maybe a player that's changed the game. And if you look at LeBron James, he's done that. Steph Curry's done that as well.
Revolutionized the game,
But
for sure.
the guys listed on Stephen A's Mount Rushmore, you have Michael Jordan, can't argue with that. Bill Russell, can't argue with that. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, can't really argue with that. And then now he wants to replace LeBron with Steph. But anyway, I'm just saying, the comment is a little out there. I can understand why he made it. We're talking about it, so that's why he said it. But with that said, what LeBron has done throughout his entire career and continues to do, and if he plays until 40 or plus 40, I mean, that alone puts you in elite territory.
There'll never be another LeBron James.
No.
Right? There will never be a player that comes anywhere close to LeBron James. Would it be amazing?
You never know. I mean, we said that about Michael Jordan.
Yeah, but we saw Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant was basically Michael Jordan light. Michael Jordan was here. Kobe Bryant was right here, right? Kobe walked like him, talked like him, played exactly the same game as him. I can never imagine somebody coming in and playing the game like LeBron James. I could see it with Steph Curry. I could see somebody down the road being a bit of a shorter, stouter person and just shooting the lights. I can see that. I can never see somebody come in and play like LeBron James. There will never be another LeBron James ever. His own son has no chance of being anywhere near.
Well, the game is different now. It's changed now. You might not have to be a LeBron James type to dominate, right? I mean, look at Steph Curry.
It's true.
Right? Completely different stature, but he can dominate the game in a different way. LeBron could dominate with sheer power and athleticism.
LeBron could dominate the game in any era. Steph Curry could, I think, only really dominate in this era.
I mean, I hate to whatever say this, but when I talked to George St. Pierre, humble brag, we were talking about GOATs and eras, and he did say, and I agree with him, it's unfair to compare eras.
It is.
Because you just don't know. You can't say you put LeBron James in the 80s, he's going to blow through all those hard fouls and score all the points that he does, right? You can't put Michael Jordan in this era and say that he's going to drop 60 every single game, because that's not necessarily the case. We don't know that. We'll never know. Anyway, sorry, Producer Sean, I know you want to jump in here. I've been holding you off. What do you got to say about this whole situation here?
Yeah, no, I mean, as always, I think Stephen A. Smith is ridiculous.
Yes.
I try not to listen to much that he says and take it for any within a grain of salt.
I will say this, though. It is an interesting talking point.
It is.
No, for sure, it's an interesting talking point. Again, we're talking about it. I'm sure a lot of other people are talking about it. I believe, LeBron is just a dominant player, and he should remain on that Mount Rushmore forever. Steph Curry is a fantastic player. I agree with Justin, probably a top 10 player, somebody that revolutionized the game as far as, offensively changing the game to a 3-point shooting kind of game. But that's, to me, what Steph is he's one of the best offensive players of all time. But does that make him a top 10 player of all time? Yeah, I think he's still in that bottom 10 of the range, but for me, he's not in the top 5, even if he wins another championship. For me, that to me, like you guys talked about, it's a team sport, and he's one of the greatest shooters of all time. But I still don't think he cracks the top 4 or top 5.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to replace a guy like Bill Russell, and I'm not going to say much about Bill. I didn't really watch him play, but a guy, 11 championships.
It's true.
8-1 or 9-1 in the finals. Like you can't go against a serial winner like that.
The way I equate is this: like, I never saw Michael Jordan play in his prime. Right? I was born in '96. I didn't really start watching basketball until like 2004 or whatever. Right? He's the greatest player of all time. But in my lifetime, from when I watched the game of basketball, there's 2 guys that I thought were the gold standard of what a basketball player should look like. That was Kobe Bryant and LeBron James. The way they could elevate their game and play in that strat. I've never seen nobody else dominate the game of basketball like those 2 players. But what I've seen from Steph Curry is he's in that same stratosphere of the likes of Kobe and LeBron. Shaq as well, as producer Sean has eloquently mentioned. He's dropping knowledge in my ear right now. He actually just said Charlie Villanueva.
Hey,
I don't know what that.
Charlie Villanueva, man. When I was young, one of my idols was Allen Iverson. I could not see past Allen Iverson. He is the best. No one could touch him. It's going to change for everybody. When it comes to this GOAT talk, it can go on and on and on, and we're going to end it right here. Yeah.